machine looked calm until the V8 woke up. 4. Oldsmobile Cutlass SX 1970. Unlike many loud muscle cars of the early 1970s, the Oldsmobile Cutlass SX carried a much calmer and more sophisticated personality. At first glance, the car looked more like a stylish, personal luxury coupe than a genuine street monster. The exterior featured smooth body contours, chrome-heavy trim, clean grille styling, and elegant proportions that gave the Cutlass SX a classy road presence without relying on oversized stripes or aggressive racing graphics. Under the hood sat Oldsmobile's enormous 7.5-liter, 455 cubic inch rocket V8, producing 365 horsepower and 500 pound-feet of torque. Routed through the rear wheels, the heavyweight coupe accelerated from 0 to 60 miles per hour in around 5.8 seconds, while reaching a top speed of approximately 128 miles per hour. The huge rocket V8 delivered brutal low-end torque, making highway acceleration feel smooth, effortless, and surprisingly violent for such a refined-looking car. Inside, the cabin leaned heavily toward comfort and luxury. Plush seating, wood grain accents, soft suspension tuning, and premium interior materials created an atmosphere built for relaxed cruising rather than aggressive racing. At approximately 3,900 pounds, the Cutlass SX stayed stable during high-speed highway runs, while the giant 455 constantly delivered massive pulling power under hard throttle. Most drivers underestimated the Cutlass SX because of its luxury-focused appearance. But Oldsmobile quietly built one of the sneakiest big block sleepers of the entire early 1970s muscle car era. Drop your favorite 1970s sleeper in the comments, but honestly, the next car might instantly change your mind. 3. Mercury Cyclone Spoiler 1970. Back in 1970, the Mercury Cyclone Spoiler carried the kind of aggressive NASCAR-inspired styling that instantly warned people this wasn't an ordinary street car. While Mercury often lived in Ford's shadow during the muscle car wars, the Cyclone Spoiler quietly became one of the nastiest hidden performance machines of the entire era. The exterior looked bold and aerodynamic with a deep front grille, racing stripes, functional hood scoop, fastback roofline, and muscular body proportions that gave the Cyclone a serious high-speed personality. Under the hood sat Ford's legendary 7-liter, 429 cubic inch Cobra Jet V8, producing 370 horsepower and 450 pound-feet of torque. The heavy coupe exploded from 0 to 60 miles per hour in around 5.6 seconds, while reaching a top speed of approximately 132 miles per hour. Once the Cobra Jet fully delivered power, the Cyclone surged forward with brutal acceleration. Inside, the cabin mixed muscle car aggression with comfort. Bucket seats, sporty gauges, center console details, and wood grain trim created an atmosphere designed for both street performance and long-distance cruising. At approximately 3,800 pounds, the Cyclone Spoiler stayed planted at high speed, while the giant 429 V8 constantly overwhelmed the rear tires under hard acceleration. Mercury built the Cyclone Spoiler to compete directly with America's biggest muscle car legends, and the result became a forgotten 1970s beast capable of outrunning far more famous rivals while carrying a much rare identity on the road. 2. Chevrolet Chevelle Heavy Chevy 1972. The 1972 Chevrolet Chevelle Heavy Chevy looked far simpler and less expensive than the legendary SS models dominating Chevrolet's muscle car lineup. That stripped-down appearance fooled plenty of drivers into underestimating it, which quickly became a dangerous mistake once the V8 came alive. The exterior carried a clean but aggressive personality with dual hood stripes, wide grille styling, sharp body lines, and subtle performance details that gave the heavy Chevy a raw street machine appearance without excessive luxury trim. Under the hood sat Chevrolet's respected 6.6-liter, 402 cubic inch turbojet V8, producing 240 horsepower officially and 345 pound-feet of torque. Routed through the rear wheels, the coupe accelerated from 0 to 60 miles per hour in around 6 seconds, while reaching a top speed of approximately 125 miles per hour. The big block delivered strong mid-range acceleration and endless